Representative Anna Paulina Luna has come out during a foreign foreign affairs committee meeting, and she showed a military manual that invokes the use of Special Operations Command and USAID using things that they should not use as a way to gain power in countries. Now, if you think about it, I don't think that SOCOM or JSOC, either one, were used during the race riots here in the U.S. during Trump's first administration. But we do know that USAID was doing things dealing with all that. But this manual that she started showing is kind of scary. And on top of that, this person that's from USAID is, I don't know, maybe he's being honest. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't trust anybody from USAID right now. So let's get to this House hearing so that you can see what was going on. Also, if you get a chance, hit like, hit subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. So let's get into this video.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
Muster on. Once more into the breach, dear friend. Chair now recognizes Representative Luna.
Chairman, for the record, I'd like to submit this letter saying that PEPFAR funding was actually resumed. I know there's been a lot of push saying that the Trump admin had actually cut it, but
so ordered.
Thank you. I want to start out by saying initially I think the idea behind USAID was done with a good intention. However, we've come to find out that the agency has indeed, to a certain extent, operated in a rogue capacity. And USAID has absolutely broken the trust with the American people and not been transparent about where our taxpayer dollars are going. There's an individual by the name of Mike Benz. He actually served over at the State Department for a while, and he's been going on to expose a lot of what USAID has been doing, which, being a member of oversight and being on this committee, I wanted to verify and see if he was telling the truth, which, much to my disappointment, he was. And I say that because I'm disappointed that our taxpayer dollars are funding some of these items. I mean, to just put this in perspective, in 2021, the Special Operations Command under Mark Milley, as chairman of the Joint Chiefs, put out an instruction manual, a vision for 2021 and beyond, that contained instructions and examples on how the military could work with the State Department, Intel Services, and USAID using race riots. Here's examples of some of the instruction manuals here, 1 and 2, in order to destabilize nations. In addition to that, they advocated for setting up job fairs near some of these riots so that disaffected workers could gain employment. Now, as a member of Congress, I ask myself, did anyone in USAID get elected to Congress? How about to a presidency? When you are acting in the shadows and you are destabilizing nations using race wars to do it and then advocating that the military does it, in my opinion, not only do you put the future generations that would have to fight in those wars in jeopardy, but at the end of the day, you're operating without any oversight. So I guess the question for you guys is, Mr. Natsios, is that something that you were aware of? Are you aware that that instruction manual is being promoted not just with the military under Milley, but that USAID may be operating in this capacity? Because in my opinion, and I'm sure I speak on behalf of many of my constituents, I don't think that's where our taxpayer dollars need to be going.
Well, I completely agree with you. Personally, I doubt very much that what you've been told is accurate. But let me just
I'm telling you right now, I brought the receipts, okay? And the reason I'm not trying to argue with you, but I find this disturbing on so many capacities. And I would like to also just, if I can, sir, Mike Benz, what he's exposing and bringing receipts, I've confirmed it. Thank you for doing that on behalf of the American people, because I understand that when you take on the intelligence agencies, we're also now finding that apparently in this manual that they're also advocating for social media campaigns, illuminating controversy to a global audience. I mean, using disinformation campaigns. Is this happening here in our own country? Where's the oversight?
Just to ask you, who in the agency, what bureau?
I just said you can actually find that instruction in this manual that Millie approved.
Military manual, isn't it?
Yes, but Millie approved it. You have it right here. USAID working with government agencies. I mean, this is not.
Wait a second. Did AID say that, or did the military say AID?
Well, that would be the question for you, sir.
Well, I don't think
these
AID
operations.
wrote that.
Sorry to interrupt you. These operations that are taking place without government oversight, without the authority of the president, without the authority of Congress. Real men and women serve and they die because of stuff like this. When you destabilize nations without any oversight, we have to fight those wars. You have our chairman right here that literally risked his life. No, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm frustrated. I know it's not necessarily your fault.
But I'm telling you,
but as
nonsense.
the head of agency, that's not.
I'm telling what Ben's told you is nonsense.
That's not nonsense. These are the information
AID
and forms. And
didn't write
Ben's put this out to the American
AID
people.
did not write that,
Sir, I
Congresswoman.
disagree with you on so many levels, and I appreciate you being here
How do
today
you know
because
they
this is
wrote
not
it?
easy. How do I know what?
Any person can write AID's name into a manual. It goes on all
Sir,
the time.
they are advocating that the U.S. military work with taxpayer-funded
AID.
State Department USAID funds to destabilize nations. That is
Someone
unacceptable. I don't care who wrote it. USAID needs to come down and condemn it. They need to provide oversight to Congress on exactly where our tax dollars are going. And I know I might be at 17 seconds with our time, but sir, I hope that you agree. Yes or no? Do you agree that this is wrong? Period.
I
should
think
this
the
be
military
happening?
should be held accountable. I think it's
And
nonsense.
should USAID condemn it?
Nonsense to
Should
suggest that
USAID
AID
condemn
wrote
it?
that.
Should they condemn it?
The military should.
Should USAID also condemn this?
Of course, we don't
Thank you.
comment. AID
Chairman,
does
I yield
not
my
comment on military
Thank
manuals.
you, sir.
Ladies,
It's
time's
none of our
expired.
business.
Since there have been a couple more members that have shown up, and I promised you only two. Let's do the 5-minute restroom break. You stand in recess for 5 minutes.
We do not need these sorts of things happening, whether it's to a foreign country or being done in this country. This should have no part of what this nation does. And USAID, which has way too many connections to the CIA, has way too many connections to foreign intelligence, this just needs to be stopped. I am glad that people like Luna, who beauty and brains, is able to get this information and is able to call these morons out. We need to stop this, and I'm glad that it is getting stopped. They keep talking, you keep hearing these Democrats talking about, oh, well, this needs to go before Congress. Well, guess what? It's been going before Congress. We are seeing between Doge and Congress what is actually happening to this nation. The Democrats don't want to believe it, and their PR arm in CNN and MSDNC are showing that they're just going to keep saying the same sad lies. But hey, that's the way things are going. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican, I don't care if you're conservative, I don't care if you're liberal, I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.